export of spices, the most important thing is about the quality. In last year also, problem has come with the pesticide and insecticides and other materials which farmer use. So for some countries, they consider that as harmful.
Chili itself, if you will say, India export about 70% of the overall world consumption. So in amount terms, it will be around 25 to 30,000 crores.
Yes, and that's a good point actually you have mentioned, because as the startup they are thinking like, okay, I will do this product and that product, but this is the main concern. If the product is about the volume, you need to consider about the back end also.
For China, like we are exporting chili, and China is number one buyer for Indian chili. Almost buying 9 to 10,000 containers every year, Indian chili, because they are consuming much. Population is too much, and their chili, particularly their chili, is not having that kind of pungency which our chili is having. So China experience is good. Quantity terms is very good, but pricing wise, I mean, they are not good payers. I mean, they just want to negotiate like Indians.
So as compared to putting powder or whole spices into your food, people put oleoresin into that. So I think oleoresin is something new which is coming in the market, and it has got more potential in coming future.
There's a huge potential for the spice export business. में spices में हम बहुत सारी बातें करते हैं. There are lot kind of spices actually. India is a huge producer, grower है and exporter भी है, पूरे world को supply करता है. लेकिन वो कैसे करे, उसमें क्या क्या challenges आते हैं, और फूड का आइटम है रिलेटेड टू दैट, तो सर्टिफिकेशन लाइसेंसेस ऐसे भी है. बहुत सारे लोगों की जर्नी वहाँ पे अटक गई है. सो क्यों ना हम उसके बारे में बातें करें. सो एंड कैन वी मीट टू द स्पाइस एक्सपोर्टर जो ऑलरेडी मार्केट में खड़े हैं, in the domestic also and in the export business also, in the international also, like lot much export they are doing in the spice export business and the food export business also. So let's meet with the Nesbee Spices and Foods Private Limited and Pravesh, Goyal, yes, Vikram Singh and Aaditya Goyal. So these are three are the founder and director of the company of Nesbee Foods and Spices. So welcome in the channel.
Thank you so
and
much for having us.
Lot to say about the spice export actually. Buzz topic hai, buzz word hai, we can
Yes.
say many more things. So to you, how you have started the Nesbee Food Spices and Foods Private Limited? What is the main idea behind that? Like what triggers you कि चलो हमें Nesbee मतलब spices में काम करना है?
So if you will go in a spices history kind of thing, like from ancient time itself, India has been the spices exporter. And if you will say why Columbus came to India, why we have British came to India, just in search of the spices. So like the cardamom, coriander, turmeric, chili, cumin. From ancient time, we are doing through the China route and through the Silk route mainly. So in the COVID time, we were sitting free and we have thought to start something.
Okay.
So at that time, there's food, or you can say the agri was the only thing which was open and which was flourishing at that time. So we three thought about it and we have started it.
Okay, so COVID baby, you can say.
Yes,
COVID baby.
yes, we have started.
Great.
So just 2020 we met for a food project, agri projects, and then later we concluded that we should go for spices. We started this company with all of three of us, and virtually first we thought how to start, how to name a company, and all these things. Then we worked out on that, how to give a name to this company, and how to go ahead with some products. And we traveled a lot for this different spices, because earlier, like from out of the three, I mean, two are unknown to spices. Just we are consuming that, not selling.
Right.
So we just started traveling and learning a lot, because you need to reach to the bottom to buy good quality and good price. Then only you can compete in the market.
Yeah, that's true.
So we tried that, and then a lot of journeys and a lot of traveling in that COVID time also. That given us a strength that yes, we can do something. We met so many people, learned so many things, and then we finally started this business.
That's good. So what kind of spices you are mainly doing?
In spices, we are doing all the whole spices, but our major trade is of chili, turmeric, coriander, and cumin.
Okay. So being in Jaipur, Rajasthan, I mean to say, chili is not like growing in Jaipur, right? Chili is not a part of Jaipur, Rajasthan actually.
Yeah.
So is there any like thought behind that? जैसे लोगों को लगता है ना कि product अगर procure करना है तो हमारे आसपास ही होना चाहिए, हमें ही मतलब मिलना easily मिलना चाहिए. So अभी आप नॉर्थ में होके साउथ के प्रोडक्ट के बारे में आपने कैसे मतलब
कुछ चीज़ें राजस्थान की भी हैं. क्यूमिन और कोरिएंडर काफ़ी राजस्थान का प्रोडक्ट है, और चिली जो है वो एक ऑल ओवर ग्रोइंग, ऑल ओवर इंडिया ग्रो करती है। मेजरली साउथ की चिली बहुत एक्सपोर्ट होती है, बट हमने ये सोचा कि हब तो हम चेंज कर नहीं सकते, बट ये हैव ओन सेटअप एंड टाई अप्स दैट वी कैन डू दिस वर्क। सो हमने उस नेटवर्क को बढ़ाया, बिकॉज अल्टीमेटली यू हैव टू हैव अ बिग नेटवर्क टू डूइंग दिस, quality control, purchasing, pricing, everything. So you have to have a good setup. So we established that setup and made good tie-ups and teams all over South India to buy for us and to make the quality controls and everything.
Okay. So earlier when you started this company, is there that thought is there like we want to start export only or like in domestic also?
We started focusing export only.
Export only.
So if you will go at the starting time, why we three has started, because Mr. Pravesh is having already exposure in the China. We used to import furniture and the other thing from last 10 to 15 years. I being a finance guy, so we thought we can help and support, and Aditya being a technical person because his family is already involved in the spices business. So it's combination of our all three mind.
Okay.
So at starting itself, we have decided we will be doing export only.
So how you have developed the market then?
Developing the market, I must say, like my family was in this business from past few generations, so I always wanted to take this business to next level. So we have come up with this idea, and then we've explored a lot of market. We have done groundwork. We have been to places where there's nothing to eat. And there are people who can't speak Hindi or even English. You can't even talk to them. When we went to South area, basically some villages in Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. So we did a lot of groundwork. We did a lot of how to, whether we understood the quality of chili and all these things. With that thing, with experience of my family from past few years and all, and experience of Pravesh in Chinese market. So we have done all this work together, and then after overcoming all these challenges, we have got into the market.
Okay. So currently which countries you are exporting and what are the products?
Turkey, Thailand, Vietnam, China, and Middle East.
Okay.
So a lot of things are other things, like we also used some of the basic tools which we could use for export data and all promotions and all. We traveled to many exhibitions and trade fairs to meet with people and interact with them. And we need to introduce ourselves like we are also there and we can supply you. So that way we gradually developed. And then in the meantime, we developed the domestic market also for us, so that at least when we reach in export, we have some backing for the domestic also. Yes, yes.
Yeah, that's true. So considering export of the spices, what do you think like what are the challenges of this trade?
The major challenge with export of spices are basically the most important thing is about the quality. In last year also problem has come with the pesticide and insecticides and other materials which farmer use. So for some countries they consider that as harmful. So that's the major problem with export of spices. Apart from that, I don't think so. There's anything else.
Okay.
See, apart from this, the quality is the major concern. The secondly, you must have a good level of financing with you. Like if you are going for the export market, you should have good backing with the finance, and whatever deals you are making. I mean, the genuine buyer should be there. Otherwise, suppose you make a term and you took some advance and shipped the goods, and then later they don't take the delivery. So there are a lot of things to learn. Gradually, you learn, and then you must have that financial backing with you. Sometime if things stuck up, you can come out of that.
Value of the shipment is high.
Yeah, value of the shipment is high, and sometimes the volume is big. Like suppose somebody give you an order of 20 containers, so value will come very big. You need to understand whether you accept the order. So I just think that whatever any exporter who's going into this market or new exporter, they should understand what kind of export they can do and how much finance they can manage. So accordingly, they should take orders. Otherwise, they take orders and make themselves defaulters. No point.
And nowadays flow of information is all very fast. Like in the NCDEX you have cumin, you have turmeric, so worldwide they know the price fluctuation, they know more than us
It's
about
open
the
market,
price.
you can say.
It's open market. So spices business is a thin margin business, but it
But
has
the
a huge volume you can do. Chili itself, if you will say, India export about 70% of the overall world consumption. So in amount terms, it will be around 25 to 30,000 crores. So, but margin are string, but the volume you can get in the spices. Chili is the majorly export spices. Then comes the turmeric. Then comes the cumin, and rest other the spices. So these top three spices combined together contribute around 70-75% of the total
That's huge.
value. Yes. So that's why we are only focusing on the volume. So majorly we are focusing chili, cumin, and turmeric.
Okay.
Rest are spices combined together 20%, and these three
Small proportion.
70 to
Yes,
80%.
proportion is very good.
Proportion is very high.
That's it. And that's a good point actually you have mentioned, because
Yes.
as the startup, they are thinking like, okay, I will do this product and that product. But this is the main concern. If the product is about the volume, you need to consider about the back end also.
And more thing, like you can't focus on everything. You can't focus on all the products. Quality you need to understand. You need to reach to the bottom of purchase price, and also that's very important to understand which major product we can do,
Yes.
where we can focus, and we can understand the quality. Otherwise, if you buy something wrong or your price is high, then how you can compete with other?
And then the quality also affects on that.
Quality is big,
100%.
big thing. Quality is big thing.
And we feel that specific is terrific. If you have to develop your core competency, you cannot develop your core competency in all the segments.
products, yeah.
So you have to choose your niche market or your competitive market or your the competitive product.
Okay.
So in generally exporters say, okay, this I will do, this I will do, this I will do. No, they have to choose the sector. In the sector also they have to choose a specific commodities.
Right.
In that commodity they should have core competency. So more the depth they will go in that commodity, the more potential and the
And
benefit.
that's correct actually. They don't understand now, but they will face the problem in the future.
Yes. And more challenges coming, like European markets and American markets and all. They are having big quality standards coming up every day. They are making some changes in that. So that also we need to go ahead, that we understand, and be pesticides control and organic and all these spices are coming up now. So challenges are always there.
That's true.
Yeah.
So, like you said, like you are exporting to China. China is the biggest market. Like people are
Yes.
thinking like we are importing a lot.
No, we are
So-
exporting a lot.
So, what is your experience in related to China market?
For China, like we are exporting chili, and China is number one buyer for Indian chili.
Okay.
Yes, almost buying 9 to 10,000 containers every year, Indian chili, because they are consuming much. Population is too much, and their chili, particularly their chili, is not having that kind of pungency which our chili is having. Mostly this S17, Teja, and all quality, they are having more pungency, which Chinese are eating, and they are habitual of that chili. So they are the number one buyer for Indian chili, and then also they are buying cumin, coriander, fennel seeds, and all from India. So China experience is good. Quantity terms is very good,
Right.
but pricing wise, I mean, they're not good payers. I mean, they just want to negotiate like Indians. They negotiate too much.
So the margins are very.
Margins are very thin, very, very thin.
Okay. So, what are the other markets you think like it is good for the spices, as per your experience?
UAE has become a very big market in past few years. Mainly the reason is Middle East and North Africa. The whole market is now connected with UAE. Apart from that, Bangladesh has become very big market. And apart from that, there are very good markets you can export and good margins in US, in Japan you can get, in Europe. But all these countries, they are basically focusing on quality.
Right.
So they have some norms and standards. But in all these countries like China, Southeast Asian countries or Bangladesh, UAE, there are not as much complications as
It's
compared
same
to all
like
these
India.
countries.
It's same like India.
Similar.
Yeah,
to India.
similarly.
Simple market.
Exactly.
Easy to enter, we can say.
Easy to enter, but the same problem, the market which is easy to enter, margins are very thin.
Margins are very.
So people basically, whoever wants to export, they can come back because they don't earn much in this spice business. That's the main problem.
Right.
And also you need to meet the quantity as well. For example, if your capacity is to only export one container, but your buyer will ask 10 containers from you.
Right.
So also you'll exit the market because you don't have the capacity to supply that much quantity to the buyer. So in all these three markets which I told you, so there is a very big quantity. So that's also very challenging.
Okay.
It's a quantity game.
Quantity game. And for the developed market, it is about the
Quality, more on quality. More on quality.
Western mainly quality focused.
But they pay also.
Yeah, they pay.
They
Of
pay
course,
for the quality,
of course
of
they
course.
pay. Of course they pay.
So the margins are also good, and but to enter in that market is somehow challenging.
Yeah, it's very challenging. Very challenging because they have a lot of testing and other
Yes.
situation conditions, like they are putting this much standards and specification. You need to meet them, otherwise they'll reject your goods. So that's very big things. I mean, you need to understand, and you have to have all the quality controls in house. Otherwise, you can't. Trust on somebody you buy just like
That's
that.
true. So after rejection, who we can blame?
Yeah, we can't. You can't.
And the European mainly have a tough standard, like if because a certain particular European lab, if you will test here the same container, or if they will test
Again
there,
check it.
again check it.
Okay.
and there are slightly variation in the sampling, testing, and the results could happen that the lab person also accept. If the same container sample has been given to the same lab, same company lab, to their 5 different location, you will find a variation in the each location test results. So that also a major risk.
But this is also one of the problem, like you stated now. I have heard from the people that we will collect chili from different sources. So how
Yes.
we can beat the quality criteria in that case?
Yes, of course, that has to understand because some of the standards are really not meet. I mean, not cannot meet those
Yes.
standards. Like farmers, you can't control. You are not doing farming. You are buying from farmers. What sometimes they are using some kind of pesticide, and you are unknown about that. They don't tell you lie that no pesticides at all. And again, it's a problem. So you can't reach up to the farmer. You can't do everything because you need to do a lot of homework. Then you should have a farmer geotagging all the farms and all, and understand that what they are doing, what they are putting in farms. That's very tough.
But in that case, how you are maintaining the quality then?
See, quality for quality, like in our South India, when we procure chili, we have our own setup and people to check quality standards, and then we have our own factory there to process
Okay.
chili so that we can put only give quality products. Otherwise, there will be a big problem for us. So we have managed that work.
Okay.
Otherwise, you can't do that. We have a team of good people there working for us.
And right now we are not focusing Western and the European. We are majorly focusing for the Southeast Asian countries and China and the Vietnam. So like if you earlier asked about the trade hub, Dubai is one of the trade hub and the Vietnam is also emerging as a trade hub.
Yes.
So from the Vietnam, they are distributing to the surrounding countries. Like the Dubai is, like all MENA region is take care by the and African take care by UAE.
So what do you think, like, what the future about the spice industry, the next developments of the market, and what market is actually looking from the exporters or suppliers?
See, this spice industry, spices are like essence of the food. It will continue to grow as much the population will grow, but there have come new, I'll say, invention in spice industry as well. Earlier, what we know from the spices, we put it whole spices in our food, powder spices. Then came the blend spices where you make different kind of masalas, chaat masala, garam masala.
Right.
But now the new market has come. Like people have started producing oleoresin. So oleoresin is basically what we call is spice oil.
Yeah.
So as compared to putting powder or whole spices into your food, people put oleoresin into that.
Yeah.
So I think oleoresin is something new which is coming in the market, and it has got more potential in coming future.
Because
Vikram,
the
At least,
small
at least
quantity
the
of
at
oil
least
is
the
also
food
added to
processing
that.
factories, no, or
See,
all factories which are doing processing of food, you are ready, getting ready food. They are already started using oleoresins. Like whatever you are buying a chips packet, always the same taste because they're not putting spices, powder or something. They're putting those oleoresins. So the formula is same for everything. For McDonald's, for KFC, for Pizza Hut, they are using this kind of thing. So the taste never change.
Yeah.
You'll
the
have the same
beauty
taste.
of this product oleoresin is that you can customize the spiciness, the color, the taste, everything.
Everything.
So it will remain constant. Like if you have went to McDonald's 5 years ago or any location in
Same taste.
Mumbai or Jaipur, you'll taste the same. If you are buying Mac veggie, it will taste same. Then also today also. So that is basically because of the oleoresin only. So
Okay.
that's the most
So
important.
this is the future, we can say.
Yeah, if not only the spices, in overall food industry, if you will see, there are the 3 major problems. First is the shelf life of the item. So all the agri commodity do have a limited shelf life. Some have 6 months, 1 year. And second is the storage capacity is very low. And third is the unique taste or the unique quality. So the food extract or the spices extract, or we called it oleoresin, solve all 3 problems. So for a oleoresin, it's a shelf life from 6 months to 1 year. It increased to 3 years to 5 years. And from storage, like for one container of the chili, you can extract, and in one small, you can say 10-20 liters space, it can be stored.
Right.
And third comes to the unique or the consistency in the taste that can also be maintained.
Because now industry is moving rapidly in the innovation part.
Hmm.
People wants convenience only,
Yes.
saving the time and
Energy and everything. They don't want to go and why need to change the taste?
actually. Earlier
Processed
the-
food market is also growing a lot. That is why I mean these things are also coming and growing because processed food everybody is having. Everywhere you are getting processed food. So that is also there.
And that is actually the need of the now era.
So that is why this everything is developing. Why new inventions are coming? Because of new demands.
Yes, that's true.
So we are also looking to go for a value addition in the products, but everything have a constraint, positive
that's
and the
true.
negative. So
It's a
if
step-by-step
you are doing,
process.
if you are doing the raw spices, certainly you can go in the volume, but margin are very slim. But if you want to go for a higher margin, you have to do the value addition.
Yes.
But for the value addition creation itself, a fixed assets you have to create and the huge inventory you have to maintain, and so that will be a step by step for any exporter or any business entrepreneur who or she want to start.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Agri commodity are all volatile in price terms. Every day price up down up down, highly volatile. So that is also a risk. I mean, for anybody, for any business, if we say that the market is so volatile, I mean, they don't know the price will go down or tomorrow, because how much you can study, and you can't time the market. Nobody can time the market how it will go, because a lot of changes in entire geopolitical level and all changes. Suppose now India Bangladesh relations are okay, tomorrow the relations is bad and government said okay, don't export to Bangladesh. Again the prices will change. Maybe the product which are going there is dumped in the Indian market, and again you need to sell there, selling pressure will increase. So everything changes. So all geopolitics also changes the thing. Like Indian government 3 years back stopped exporting wheat. So again the wheat export
due to that
Ukraine war and all, they stopped. So now still till now we can't export wheat.
Flour also we cannot export.
Wheat, that's what, wheat flour we cannot export. Earlier we were doing a lot of wheat flour export, but now we cannot do. So everything, dynamics change every day. You can't time it. So volatility is big thing.
So considering this challenge in your industry, especially in the agri or spices, the both commodity market is having that own set of challenges actually. So how as an entrepreneur you can sustain in this, like what you are doing to sustain in this industry, or what as a public who are listening this, so they should do that.
Specific is terrific.
I mean, you don't go in each and everything. You should focus on some of the things which you can understand, which you can study, and which you can go in depth at what is going on all around world, what is the production. Because now it's not like Indian market is related to India, it's a global thing. Suppose today my Indian chili prices are good, we are exporting. Tomorrow there is some other country come up with a good crop and good quality, maybe that will come. So you need to understand. So focus on some of the niche products where you can focus and study well. So you'll be in less losses. It's like, in the war we say that if you put more sweet in your trainings, you'll bleed less in your real wars. That's like that.
This is the good.
Yeah.
So what you both can say?
Spices, basically in every state there's some specific spices. Like in Kerala you'll get black pepper, chili you'll get in Andhra, Telangana. If you go to northeast you'll find this black cardamom. So what people can do, they can search in their area, they can look for their products, and they can do backward integration as much as you can, because whenever you do the backward integration you eliminate the margins of middlemen and whatsoever, and then you can control the quality at your end as well. So that can be a good thing. So you can be specific in that area, specific in that product, and then you can specialize in that.
Right, that's good. So anything you can give specific advice to entrepreneur, not about the sector specific, but as a business, part of business or the journey as entrepreneur. So any advice you can give them?
रिस्क लेना बहुत ज़रूरी है. रिस्क लोगे तो ही बढ़ोगे. रिस्क के बिना कुछ नहीं हो सकता. अगर बिजनेस से इश्क करना है तो रिस्क लेना ही पड़ेगा.
That's true.
I would say to all the new budding entrepreneurs that travel as much as you can, because when you travel you'll get to know a lot about people, their places, what people are doing, so you'll gain some knowledge from all those things. So it's better you travel. After traveling you'll gather a lot of exposure, you'll get from the market, from people. So after that there comes a point where you get to know what should I do with my life, not only with business, but what should I do with my life. So I think traveling is the most necessary thing.
Yes.
So I will say to run a business, you require a 3 mindset persons, or a person should have a 3 mindset. So
we three have we three all have different mindset.
A single person can also have these 3 mindset, but it will be hard for him or her. So first you require a planning mindset. So you should be a planner. Second, you should be executing mindset. You need a executor. And third, there should be a subject matter expert, whatever business or the sector you are doing.
Cool.
So if the businessman or the entrepreneur have all these three mindset, or he can hire this mindset, it's up to him or her. So he can be a successful entrepreneur.
Teamwork बहुत जरूरी है.
Yeah, that's true.
Team
man
is
should
very
नहीं चल
important.
सकता.
No, can't be.
And
Teamwork बहुत जरूरी.
Teamwork, and apart from that, the second thing which is very prevailing in this tough times, it's time of cooperation, not competition.
Yeah.
So you need to cooperate, and you should build a team, and then only you should enter.
Collaboration is the need of the hour,
Actually,
not competition.
and I strongly believe in that.
Yeah,
But
it is.
most of the
Without that,
You
nothing.
can't do.
but most of the people do the competition, and very less people do the collaboration.
Yes.
But because they don't understand, if they will leave the competition, all market is for the competition,
Right.
but you have to collaborate with limited people, but they do compete with these limited people also. So that's the
Then the
drawback,
market
that's the thing every person should understand.
So see, every time the skill or the need is changing.
Yes.
So this time the market need is you just need to collaborate and
Collaborate.
you will grow.
Collaborate with the right people. That is also
That's
very
also
important. You need
important.
to understand to whom you find to collaborate. It's not like that anybody and everybody you go and collaborate.
Yes.
You can't.
Right.
So you need to understand and find out the right people, because they need to come up with the team. Otherwise, if he is speaking something else and you are speaking something else, will not collaborate.
Yes, yes.
You have to
mutual
find out the right
understanding
people to
should be
collaborate. Yes.
there. Yes, that's true. So how people can connect to the Nesbee spices and foods, and for like how they
Anytime,
can-
from our email or from our phone numbers, all are in our website. You can contact. They
so
can
for
come.
the local
anytime.
procurement also, and for
Yes.
the
Yeah, of
We
course.
are open for collaboration, as we earlier said. Any export houses want the local rates, or they want to export their self, they want us to export, they want locally, but we are doing in the volume and the bulk. That is the minimum requirement from our
That's true.
side.
everyone has their set terms and conditions.
Yes.
Actually, they should be.
Yes.
Then only the business deals will be successful.
Yeah, we can't do those small quantities and all. We can't put the time there.
Not having enough time
Not having enough time.
to play the game.
Yeah.
But that's all good discussions actually.
Thank you.
Many more things, and I learned a lot from you all.
We
people
learned a
also.
lot actually. Thank you so much for having us.
Yes, yes. Thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for giving your time, opportunity to learn, and inspiration to others also.
Thank
And
you.
for the people, I know they have got many more things from you are all saying, and this experiences what you shared. So spices industry, definitely the boom is there, need is also there, and the market is also there.
Yeah.
And they will grow.
Thank you.
Thank you so much once again.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
And for you, take action.